Hey, how's it going, fellas? Welcome back to... I don't know what to call this. More Sander just seems like such a lame name. So, let me know if you have anything better, because I could not think of anything creative. The last episode went great. It seems like you guys enjoyed it, and I've gotten a few new questions that I wanted to answer. Some I wasn't able to answer because I feel like I kind of already, addressed similar questions in the previous video, or they just don't really apply to me, and I don't really have much to add or much expertise in those areas. But there are a few that I thought were really good and poignant, so let's talk about them here. Hey Xander, I have a question for you. Recently I started liking this girl. I do musical theater. No, I'm not a theater kid. I just do theater. That's what a theater kid is. Theater kids are people who do theater. It's like saying, no, I'm not a Christian. I just show up to church every Sunday and pray. Eventually I was like, fuck it, and I told her I liked her, but she said it wasn't gonna work out. The issue is that I just can't seem to get over her. Do you know any way I can just relax and be okay with being single? Yeah, for sure. That's a really good question. How did you get feelings for this girl? Because I'm assuming it's probably through, doing the things you do in your day-to-day life. Either, in school, at lunch, maybe in, the theater class. And I'm also assuming you still do everything the exact same as when you got feelings for this girl. And I'm not saying blow this person off, quit theater or anything like that, but mixing it up is totally fine. The best way to go about getting over anything is usually to work on yourself. When you spend so much time working on yourself and focusing on yourself, you don't have the freedom to focus on girls. For me, I did it in a super overt and cringy way. It was the end of my junior year of college. I had just went through the situation that I talked about in the previous video, where I had this thing going with this girl who eventually just blew me off out of nowhere and admitted that she had been fake and that she never actually liked me. So I spent 2 months completely alone in my bed. Usually I'd be a very extroverted person who'd be excited to go to college and, hang out with friends and stuff like that. But I just spent 2 months just completely bedbound. I would cry while watching anime like Your Lie in April or Sword Art Online, all whilst thinking about this girl 24/7. And I thought, I need to get over this and move on with my life. And so I started this series of Instagram stories called Self-Improvement, where the idea was it would be kind of like a diary where every day I would upload a story onto Instagram of me either improving my health, learning Japanese, or learning guitar to keep myself in check and make sure I would do some tangible things to reach those goals. And I would keep myself in check by uploading it to my Instagram. I ended up making one pilot episode where I introduced the idea. And because she follows me on Instagram and keeps up with what I do, this made its way over to my mother. So she saw me taking shirtless pictures of me in the mirror, writing down katakana for 45 minutes, and playing Wonderwall on the guitar for 30 minutes before getting bored. She told me I saw your recent Instagram stories. Not in the, oh, what a great thing you're doing kind of way. It was more of a, I am your mother and I will support you through my words, but tonally, you're being cringe on main. And so I never made another Instagram story about it again. I did still weirdly end up running through the streets of my city completely shirtless in 120-degree weather while listening to nothing but TED Talks and then taking shirtless pictures of myself after. And doing some really weird radical things like getting really, really short buzzed haircuts that made me look kinda Chad and kinda racist, like I might be in a frat, but the frat's not that inclusive. Things I'm not super proud of. It doesn't have to be that over the top. You can find something that you want to improve on in your own life. Maybe a hobby that you've been waiting to get started. Maybe make your own music. You're a theater kid. Sorry, you're a person who does theater, not a theater kid. So maybe there's some things you want to improve on in your life, and I think now's the perfect time to do it. I've been friends with this girl since the 7th grade, and recently we graduated college together. She's a really good friend and always has been, and over the past year I've grown feelings for her. The thing is, I'm the only friend she has. Should I be selfish and confess to her, which may potentially make things awkward? Or should I bury my feelings and change nothing between us? So you're saying you're her only friend. Are you the only person on planet Earth she talks to. You know, parents can be friends, siblings can be friends, but I'll take it at face value and try to respond the best that I can. With one of my most embarrassing stories. Oh God. I was friends with this girl in my theater club that I did when I was younger for like 2 or so years. In 2017, this was just before Christmas break, which would mean we wouldn't see each other until the next year. And I knew I had feelings for this girl and I needed to confess them. And I thought, what better way to end off 2017 than to do it now? I thought I might as well take a chance, and if she says yes, then that'll be a great Christmas present and a great way to end off the year. And I'd feel pretty anticlimactic if I went into 2018 without having confessed these feelings to her. We'll just call her Maddie. And I brought Maddie into a dark-ass room during the break and was like, so, Maddie, yeah? We've been friends for quite a long time, haven't we? Yeah, I guess. How about we take things to the next level? In fewer words than I would have liked, she just said, no, Sandra, this is not happening. I like being your friend, but I don't personally see you in a romantic way. I drove home feeling pretty dumb that day, and I never talked to her again. Is not what happened. We're still actually very good friends to this day. I mean, we had our ups and downs. I think that's the way it usually goes. But we even ended up going to college together and being dance partners in a musical. And going into college, we made an agreement to leave the past behind us because the past is the past, and we had both grown and matured as people. So no reason to keep dwelling on it. So moral of the story is we were still friends after I'd confessed my feelings because we just moved on. If you actually tell someone how you feel, get rejected, and then take concerted efforts to move on and find someone new, then I don't think you're doing much harm. I think, if anything, you should be more confident in your ability to tell someone you like them, get rejected, deal with that rejection, than to deal with repressed feelings. Because I think repressed feelings are almost always going to come out in some fashion, and when they do, it's much more explosive because it's not on your own terms. Don't trap her in a dark room and tell her you like her. You know, maybe be casual about it. A casual lunch. Hey, you know, it's a weird thing. I got feelings. And then they may be like, yeah, it is cringe, but it is chill. And then you move on. You know, doesn't have to be much deeper than that. It doesn't have to be a whole dramatic thing. Anyway, hopefully I answered your questions to the best of my abilities. If you guys want to send something in, again, the email right here or in the comments or DMs if we're close. Was my lighting weird this entire time? I think it was. I'm gonna have to look at that in editing. Hope I can fix it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye now.